rrrq, how do they want to pilot? This is the question. Gate crash at the ready here for Jemkin. Sends out the fake out, drops down off the rope.
Force by
Smoke is able to find one down. He's going to be taking down some decent kills. Traded back with Cushy coming away with 2. Fishing for some more. The Guardian delivering. Persia and Francis now needing to clutch this out. The smoke dissipating. Persia about to be in the open, and he will fall. rrrq not going to allow for the Forest to find value. Get themselves a 2-0 lead. Really break the economy from Nongshim.
Yeah, it's tough there for Nongshim. I mean, you're able to get into the site. Plant set up. You're able to get that barrier mesh at the alley door along with the smoke to create a little cheeky play. But, you know, the flood retake here, so efficient. Able to cover each other really nicely. Cushy doing a
moment. But Monyet here from Garage, does this get read at all?
That's going to be tough.
They've only spotted one. I don't think they have any idea about Francis being on the site as well. So for now, that uncertainty works to Nongshim's advantage. Splash. Oh. For the spot out, Monyet finding Francis. The judge cannot be put to use. rrrq get that abuse. Get themselves another bonus conversion.
Yeah, they're just so impeccable. The patience there, understanding that the judge has been forked over, making sure that you're layering the utility to clear that spot. The pop flashes, the stuns, everybody getting involved in that final kill. That's still alive for rrrq. Just, yeah, understanding that maybe somebody had tucked in behind that wall. I mean, Persia's still able to find his, but xFaroe, I was a bit worried initially that they might try to set up a crossfire there, coming out of ropes on the top of xFaroe. But he just didn't quite register that he saw a gun. Maybe he was looking at the map or something. And yeah, now you're still able to just bank up a ton of money. Jemkin's got his ult already. Things are getting a little bit scary.
Outlaws carried over. Okay. My mistake. Either way, Nongshim now on the board. Solid effort there. As once again, Lightspeed just trying to take some space. Persia as well. TPing forward here in the mid. Checking the mail, nothing going to be spotted here. As it's widely just been Monyet alone over towards this B site.
Portal closed. Cutting through.
Jemkin looking for that close quarters contact play. Sends out the TP, but that was a huge round for Nongshim. Their economy would have been busted. They weren't able to get that through. Wow, the fade away for Jemkin.
Just barely able to find it. Crazy guy. Fault line. Gonna be sent, pushing up, finding Tampi. Hinder is there. Aftershock to try to keep himself protected. Francis trying to swing out, but smoke is there, obfuscating. Crazy guy just dancing around the bullets as the collapse comes in from xFaroe. Gets in behind, and Ivy all alone here in Garage. And I don't think I'm gonna curse it this time. But surely the round is over.
Well,
say it with me, Sliggy.
Yeah.
Surely we can't goof this.
He's already saving, I think.
Yep. There's just no money. Some crucial ults to work with as the Armageddon and that pit are available. So I think we kind of have to see a timeout call from Nongshim.
Widely, I agree with you. This round is just a lot of really nice individual plays from rrrq. Jemkin playing that angle early, gets the fade away, catches his opponent, Margaret, just enough off guard. And then the timing there from Crazy Guy. The smoke blooms, he just kind of pauses, sends out the fault line, catches Dombi just out in the open, falls right back. I mean, that really smothers this round out. Phenomenal stuff. And then the salvos to flush Persia out into the open for Monyet. That was a good combo play, so yeah, you're right. Timeout has to be thought about. Things are very difficult for Nongshim today. And, you know, the desk was talking about this has been a map that rrrq has been widely avoiding. They haven't really wanted to play it. You know, so as Nongshim, you're thinking, surely they don't like this map. Let's test them on it. Well, they're really leaning into this Yoru, you know, breached AO meta. And they look very, very strong on it already. And then you can
Enjoy.
put Monyet onto his comfort of Astra. Phenomenal on that agent. A lot of things slotting into place nicely for rrrq in that regard. And nonton toying around with the new agent, trying to get Waylay integrated, trying to get a way to figure it out. We have seen it in some other regions, you know, China, Americas, where some teams have had success with Waylay, but so far for nonton, I haven't seen sort of what I'd like to, and I think on this map in particular, without like a breach or something there to set her up, I think it's pretty challenging.
Yeah, it feels like for now, maybe just going to be Forsaken who's able to find the most individual success.
True, yeah.
With the agent.
Yeah, who else, right?
But even then, it seems like the legs that Waylay has to stand on might be faltering a bit. Some salvos out the front, take some space forward here in mid. Not fully scaling off the back of that though, but space is going to be given up. Xfero pulls all the way out of vents across in towards A heaven. Spike for now still going to be on the floor over at Ramen.
This has been the way that a lot of these rounds have been playing out, and rrrq's happy to try to control the area outside of vents or at mail. To shut nonton out of these rounds. They'll give you that mid space. They'll let the Taeho use the abilities early. I think now for nonton, maybe if you pause a little bit longer before you try to make your attacks, you can get those salvos back into rotation. Try to make something go off the back of that.
What's the play call here? 45 seconds remaining. 2 players, I mean, in heaven. Not necessarily going to be finding too much contact. Too much to dissuade them. Looks like they want to try to keep some interest over towards the A side of the map. Ivy swinging out, wins the fight. Jemkin. A rare whiff. Does end up getting taken down. Now the cut through the vents coming through. Monyet feeling space, gets himself forward here into the nebula. Paranoia not connecting, finds the first, knows that there's another here in garage. The shorty is able to go ahead and script the kill. Cosmic Divide now going to be called out. The spike is stranded here alongside Monyet. They can't push forward. They bounce a concussant. And they're just gonna lose on time, if not deaths. Fantastically done from Monyet, and he will be the finisher to find the third. Gorgeous. You talked about the comfort, you talked about how smart he is playing this Astra, and he puts it all out on display right then and there.
He just refills the space after Jemkin gets killed. Ivy doesn't feel comfortable wide swinging that angle, backs off. And that gives Monyet the space he needs. Persia is just about to turn, and Francis reloads the classic, thinking he might be safe, and Monyet just pressures him, sees the spike is down, instantly reacts with the Cosmic Divide. Absolutely unreal. The way he can react to stuff sometimes.
Even then, maybe minor in the long term, but you can tell things are off. Margaret just drifting back and forth, eating a burst of that damage from the salvo. Does find the headshot. Monyet still using that shorty, finding another, quickly traded out by Francis. So for now, advantage to nonton.
Oh, and if you can just get that spike down, you know, and rrrq's assuming that they're going to try to make a play towards B because they haven't heard anything over there, and they haven't really seen much going on that part of the map. Instead, nonton just holding the line outside of A main. rrrq isn't pushed any further forward.
Eltron checking over through the vent. Nothing spotted there. Looks like France is going to have to go wide swing out back through the spawn. This is widely relying on Margaret and Tommy to be able to find some openings, and they're going to find absolutely nothing. But now they're committed to the side of the map. Persia gonna try his luck, but Crazy Guy has been absolutely unscouted.
They're just messing with their minds.
And he's immovable.
Uh-oh.
Okay, maybe a bit of a timing here, so Francis is able to find one. Sparrow putting up the wall, the bite at his feet. Francis eating some damage, gonna be made vulnerable. Gonna be made a nice little coffin to be laid to rest in. 6-1, rrrq, similar scenes to Ascent. Perhaps it's not just a map pick scenario here. Perhaps it's just rrrq being the absolute better squad.
No, I'm starting to believe that myself. And it's so many different things that they're doing, but nonton just has so many ults in this round, and they never get to use any of them. They're just chewing through ult cycles without any kind of ideas behind it, and you know, credit to rrrq, they're kind of getting ahead of the curve a bit, catching them before they can even really use them.
Looking for a net play.
Oh boy.
Not gonna get caught by that, not gonna take a lick of damage either. Is able to just dip out. Dombey still pushing forward. Persia TPing in behind. As the drone gonna be cleared, and somehow Dombey does not get that elimination. Annihilation does go across. He's able to go ahead and grab up one. Jemkin, crazy guy, both gonna be taken out. As Monyet will fall, and it's the best chance at a round victory that Nongshim has had since round 4. Cushy, however, salvos out. Margaret dead. The pin dropped. Ivy taken down. Sparrow clearing out the wall.
Oh, they're both so low HP.
13 health between the two of them. Got to pick what direction does he want to face as he pushes out of the smoke. Swings, finds a burst, looks for the transfer. And by the skin of their teeth, Nongshim will get the second round win. Just Francis to survive.
And if they don't,
I thought he had it there for a second.
Oh, yeah.
I think a bullet just missed. Nice annihilation through the smoke.
But it's still so much committed.
Yep.
To be able to pull off the thrifty. Yeah, just not much energy behind the calls.
Had to do it.
3 ults used.
Still have the convergent paths. Quick dash again. This time not off the back of salvos, so trying to see if they could catch rrrq off guard. See if maybe Jemkin had shifted back over there. Oh,
What?
Sparrow.
Oh. Noting to Monyet. Able to tuck back. Net gonna be used, but ends up going short of the mark. Ivy not wanting to push out of the nebula. Rotates away. Persia now gonna be taken low. Rolling Thunder sent over towards ramp. Not gonna connect there onto Francis, but it doesn't matter because the bullets, they connect onto his teammates.
One enemy remaining.
Ivy just cannot win the fight. Francis now once again alone.
Oh.
Fights back for 1. Need to be an ace clutch. And Xfero slowly and steadily is making his way across through sewer. Riding the rope up top, and right now, I mean, it's just not even an afterthought in the brain of Francis. Xfero, no way.
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't want to go for it. Realizes he's not going to get the angle to get a clean shot at the back there, so we'll just go ahead and show him some mercy. With a bullet to the back of the head instead of a knife between the shoulder blades. But there's no mercy in this scoreline. 7-2 now.
What I love about the way rrrq is playing this map right now, there's a lot to love, but there's a couple big things. One of them is that they're willing to absorb contact over towards A, and then just kind of fight for A tower control because of some of the util they have. You know, they can send the Tejo stuff. They can use the Yoru to keep them off balance. They can use the toxic screen. Oh boy, that's aggressive.
Yeah, just a self flash out from Jemkin. Able to find one, but quick trade. Weapon potentially recoverable here. There's Xfero trying to get away. It cannot.
Nice shot banget.
Said maybe a bit too aggressive here for the side of rrrq. She
Nice try.
can't shut down the push.
Thrifty ka? Thrifty nung
He's
baka
like
na
now
yan,
open
Nes.
money at crazy guy. The two to try to turn the tide. A lot of T words.
Si Margareta
Tongue
masih di
twister, if
sana
you will.
pula. Oh, udah
Might have just
kalah.
invented one. The crazy guy will fall. And that's down to Monyet. Disrespects the Saint Fight, creeps forward, looks forward, cannot make it happen. It's going to be another thrifty here. As Nongshim get themselves a 3rd round win. Potential to still yet make this a 7-5 half.
And it's a different look from rrrq where they heavily contest mid. And they pay the price. A nice little exchange of fire there, using the util to bait out for Persia. That breaks things open for Nongshim. They're able to scoop up a gun, use it to trade out Cushy, get through, get that man advantage onto the site. See if they can string a few more together here. Dombey's still on his ult, but you have a bunch of big ults for rrrq. You're almost another cosmic divide in cycle for Monyet as well. So this time they're gonna set up the crossfire. Those salvos.
Oh, okay, well TP in from behind. Persia is able to find Jimmy. Finds Xfero as well. It's looking like a 1-for-1 trade, but big show up there from Persia to get them in with an advantage. And Cushy nearly getting timing, but still so fast to readjust.
Didn't take any damage.
3v3 with things grinding to a halt. Monyet still here to try to hold things down. Jiggles out, spots one. Nebula immediately popped. Another star going to be set. So damn fast with the util. Net does get a catch. He gets slowed up. Grab well. Stop him from advancing forward. The salvo's just not in position. It's going to be Francis actually able to find Crazy Guy.
Tawan kabel gitu tapi itu si monyet.
Finding the pull at the time. He falls down to 42. Cushy looking for a
Alah,
timing.
gak kena
Can't
si
make it
Ote.
happen. Hits that little headshot
Ivy.
there on Ivy, I believe. Takes him to 2 HP, but cannot stay alive. Nongshim continue to fight back. First time getting 2 consecutive round wins.
Bisa kah nih? Jangan comeback lah rrrq, menangin rrrq.
They will widely have rescued this half.
Yeah, it's another round. It's a different look again from rrrq to try to contest mid, and
Wow.
Persia's just having none of it. Stellar couple rounds from him to break things open, clear some space, and give Nongshim some really good looks. That was close. That was real close. If he got in that first one, who knows, but just enough of the ground in the way. Oh boy.
Ivy looking to try to go for the ult, but ends up getting the fake and still is able to hold his ground, finding one. But Cushy fights back, finds
What
2.
the fuck,
I
Cushy?
think Francis both going to be taking down Crazy Guy, caught up in the crossfire here. Spike still on the floor. Now going to be grabbed up. Down, be unable to chase fast enough there with the speed of light. Refract now expended.
Could use the ult to clear back sight.
Virgin paths are available. Persia just going to look to TP. Has to cancel though. Force broken. It's Cushy continues to try to stave them off.
Are they gonna really read that
Oh, Margaret.
Xfero's right there?
Jiggle peeks out. Just no hope in hell to scope in that fast. Gets picked off. Monyet drifting away from the angle. Now just a cut through the vents. Through sewer for Persia with the spike in hand.
3 lawan
Rotation
2
being
menang.
matched. Xfero
Eh,
gets a crossover
ketahuan
towards
keras
screens.
si Viper.
No chance of a punish here for Dambi.
30 seconds left.
Just gonna wait. Make sure that they commit to this. Gotta worry about that judge. Right there in the back.
Needs the rest of the team.
That's why they're pulling away.
Smoke dissipates. Xfero back around the corner. Dambi dropping down. Be the one to try to take space here on the site. Through elbow goes Xfero. Monyet, Cushy out into the open. They pick a target each. They find their kills. 7-5
Dari
now.
rrrq menghindari 9-3 ya, 9-3
are
jadi
out in front by
8-4
4.
Yeah, but
Nggak
I
bisa
mean,
itu.
this started to look decent from Nongshim. They started to get good ideas off the back of some of that mid control they were taking early, just constantly sending those salvos out to create space. And when they stopped doing that, they started setting up little trap plays for Persia, open up some of these rounds. I mean, poor Yoru clone, stuck in the cocoon.
Banget Yon, gak kuat
You
Yon.
know, maybe it is time to nerf nerf Yoru.
Nerf Yoru?
Maybe we should stop the clones from being able to absorb